RV Dream Radio. RVers living the dream.
You're listening to RV Dream New Radio. We're at Pillar Point RV Park in Half Moon Bay, California, and I want you to meet two new friends of mine. This is Eric and Robin, and tell them your last name, Eric.
Shepherd
and
O'Brien.
And you guys have this great, I forgot the name of it. I took a picture of it a minute ago.
It's a Springdale Keystone.
Springdale. Tell me the story about the Springdale Keystone. It's new to you, right?
Yes, it's brand new. We, in October, purchased a used travel trailer. Went camping on it one time, parked it out in front of our house. A lady lost control and totaled it.
Oh,
geez. So we were extremely heartbroken and decided that maybe camping wasn't for us. Somebody was trying to tell us something.
It's just sitting in front of your house, and,
yes,
and it got destroyed in front of your house.
Yes, the lady had no insurance, no driver's license.
Oh, thank you.
It was very sad. But through dealing with the insurance company and what have you, we wound up settling, and we had enough to put down on this brand new travel trailer. It's a Keystone Springdale.
How long is it?
It's 28 feet 6 inches.
So you've had, is this its maiden voyage, or you've had it out a couple of times?
We've had it, this is our fourth voyage in it.
Fourth?
Yes.
And what do you think so far?
Oh, we absolutely love it.
It gives you, I'll do a little swing around here a little bit if I may. I want to have it in here because it's such a beautiful travel trailer. What do you think, Robin?
I love it. It's roomy. Love the slide out. We've got our little living room, our window.
Yeah, the window doesn't hurt at all, does it?
Not at all. A great big bedroom as well.
Right, a walk-around bed too.
Walk around.
That's big, isn't it? Otherwise,
yes,
of course, if you didn't have one, you get a lot of exercise
exactly.
making that bed.
Crawling.
And two doors. That
yes,
makes a difference too, having that second door to it.
Absolutely.
As well. So, have you been RVing a long time?
I grew up camping with my family, off and on here and there. And, later on in the adult years with kids, we go dirt bike riding down in Hollister. So we did quite a bit of tent camping down there and riding the dirt bikes.
Right, and you were up north too. We were talking about 128 as a kid growing up.
Right, I grew up every summer in just outside of Yorkville and grew up on a 1,000 acres up there with my grandfather.
Now, where do you live now?
Well, we live in San Jose, Milpitas border.
So you're only, what, an hour and a half, an hour from here?
It's about an hour.
Right, and you did a smart thing here at Pillar Point. You came over one night, left it, and came back, and then you came later.
Yes.
So you made sure that you had a spot.
Right, we were told that this place gets full quickly, and I was very shocked at how quickly it got full.
Yeah, it did. It's been jammed this weekend. They've been turning them away this weekend.
I got the second to last spot on Thursday at 1 o'clock.
Right, so if you hadn't done that, why?
We would not be here.
We wouldn't have met at each other, we wouldn't have had a good time, and all that stuff. Well, you had, when you first got here, though, you had a little bit of a problem. And that's how we first started talking to each other. Now, I find that really interesting because, tell them about this and what happened to you. I mean, without getting too graphic about the whole thing.
The septic had backed up. And so, us being new RVers, we were not aware that you're supposed to keep the valve shut as you're camping and dump it right before you leave, and then leave some water in the tank.
Right.
So the solids had clogged up the valve. Through talking with you, because you're so kind and came up, introduced yourself, and made us feel very, very welcome. You referred me to a company which I called, and they wanted an astronomical amount of money to fix it.
$380 to come over and unclog you.
That's correct.
That's a lot.
That is very much a lot.
So I'm always interested in the human mind and its problem-solving thing.
Okay.
And so at that point you went, wow, that's $300 I could be spending on Robin for Valentine's Day.
That's correct.
And so I've got to come up with so at that point, what did you do?
Well, I talked to the guy on the phone, and I asked him how he planned on cleaning it. So he gave me kind of a rundown of what he was going to do, and I asked him, well, if you can do it, why can't I do it, and I will just buy the tool from you? How much is the tool? And he said it was roughly $30.
Right.
So through further investigation and thinking about gravity and what have you, I wound up filling up the tank, letting it sit for a few hours, and it wound up cleaning itself.
Put some chemicals.
Put some chemicals in it.
Doused it with chemicals.
Correct.
And then, boom, there it is.
It was done. We're good to go.
And then Robin had a nice Valentine's Day.
Beautiful.
Look at these, see? I want you to know that he did good, didn't he?
He did wonderful.
He did really good.
Yes.
So what do you do, Robin, what do you do for a living?
I work in accounting.
in accounting. And so you worked for Sun Systems at one time, and you've done all in the San Jose area. You grew up in the San Jose area?
Yes, I've been in Northern California since I was 8 months old.
Since you were 8 months old. So where were you born?
In Southern California.
Oh, in
San
Southern
Bernardino.
California. There are 49 other states out there. And so different, so in the Silicon Valley area, different accounting things.
Yes.
So that's, you're an accountant.
Not really. I work, I do bookkeeping. I work, I'm junior, I guess, junior level.
So you know how to do that,
Yes.
all that stuff. And how about you, Eric? What do you do for a living?
I do grading and paving.
And you're involved, and we'll get more into this, but you're involved in the BART project going into San Jose.
Correct.
So tell us a little bit more about that. I'm sure there's some things you can't talk about, but tell us what that project is.
Well, I started with them just roughly 6 months ago.
Right.
And so I'm in charge of the roadway grading and paving as they come down from Fremont into San Jose. So they're going to stop there, and then they're going to try to continue to get more funds to take it from San Jose and loop it back to San Jose Airport. And then from there, they're going to, once the 49ers have the Super Bowl in 2015 in their new stadium, the revenue, that they generate, they're hoping to loop it back to Fremont, so it'll be one continuous circle.
Right. That's fantastic to be able to get on BART, and wonderful BART.
Yep.
I'm a big fan of BART in San Jose, and then go to the ball game.
That's right.
Or come back and go to Fisherman's Wharf or whatever it might
Whatever
be.
you want to do.
Before I get into the total BART picture here, this is your first trip to Pillar Point RV Park.
Yes, it is.
And so what do you think? I mean, tell the people out there about
Oh, we
your experience here.
absolutely, the people here have been incredible. The ambiance is amazing. The fact that you have these beautiful ocean views, even if they are partial, is well worth it.
Right. And you got a second tier here, but you got a nice ocean view anyway.
Absolutely, yep.
So you recommend Pillar Point. This has been a good
yes,
experience.
and we'll be back, so for sure.
How about you, Robin? Do you
Loved
feel
it.
the same way?
Absolutely. Love the shopping just down the way, and
Being able to walk down.
Chowder House and the restaurants.
Yeah.
Everything.
So you went down and got fresh crab off the boat.
We did.
We met two characters and chatted with them for a while, laughed our
On the
tails
boats?
off
Oh, yeah.
on the boats, and bought 2 live crabs, had them cooked right there, clean, cracked, and brought them back here.
Where did you have them cooked? At Princeton?
Yeah,
You
Princeton.
took them over to Princeton?
Yep, and they were
You-
$2.50 per crab to have them cleaned, cracked, and ready for us to eat.
But didn't you want to have the experience of doing that? Of being
We've
able
done
to
it before,
Drop them
and
in the boiling water and
we've done it before, and an RV I don't think was the place to do it. So.
oh yeah, not inside.
No.
No, definitely it's an outside venture.
Yep.
But then you kept some of that crab, and
Uh-huh.
then tell us about your adventure yesterday.
So part of Valentine's Day was we got a wine cruise out to Treasure Island from Pier 39. So we took the crab, our own bottle of wine, and cheese and crackers and bread and vegetables, and made ourselves a little picnic and went on the maiden voyage out there.
You took my advice.
Yes.
Thank you for taking my advice. And you drove 20 minutes, 15
We drove 20 minutes to the Colma BART station, and what was interesting is you had told us to take exit 510. Now, with new technology and everything, the maps on our iPhone said it was Mission Street. It did not give us the 510 exit, but we trusted you, and good thing we did, because it took us right there. You told us to get off BART at Embarcadero, to get on the F train, and it dropped us right at the front door.
And we love the F train too.
Couldn't have
don't
made it
we?
easier, yes.
We love the F train. There's nothing like the F train.
Yeah, built in the 50s, it was just full of character and characters.
So from Pillar Point to Fisherman's Wharf, how long did you think that took overall? An hour?
Yeah, with our drive and everything,
Right.
about an hour.
About an hour. And then you didn't have to worry about parking or pay those exorbitant rates.
No, not
if
at
you
all.
can find a place to park.
Correct.
And so just that's one of the things I want to get over to people is here we are, we're really in the country. I mean, it's, we got a small town, El Granada, above us, but we're not in a big city or anything. You're out in the country, you get the benefits of that, and then you're only 20 minutes from BART, and boom, you're downtown.
Yeah, it was amazing how easy it was.
Yeah, so that trip turned out to be a good trip.
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
And you-
Wonderful day yesterday too.
Yeah.
Tell us more about it, Robin.
We weren't expecting. We had wool coats and
Right, because it
gloves.
rained the night before.
Right, and expecting a little stormy ride over to Treasure Island, and it was smooth sailing, and they were great, very accommodating, and had champagne on the boat, and yeah, had a wonderful time.
And then you could have all the champagne you wanted because you were not driving around the city,
Exactly. Yeah.
the city and all that stuff too. And then got back here last night safe and sound.
Just in time for the sunset.
Yes.
But isn't it great to know that you can go just so many different places without having to hassle the parking and all that stuff?
This was my first venture on BART, riding BART.
Was it really?
Yes, I'd never been on BART before.
You're grading the roadways for BART to San Jose, and you'd never been on BART before?
No.
That's a good story in itself.
Well, I
That's
wanted to
great.
start from the ground up. So
Yeah, great.
make sure the foundation's
You
solid,
did.
then I'll trust riding.
Literally. Yeah, just make sure those were built right before you
That's
got
correct.
on. But BART's a wonderful way to go, isn't it?
Yeah, I was very impressed.
Clean and nice and
Yep.
efficient and all that
Very
stuff
impressed.
too. So what's the future
For RVing,
for RVing?
we are going to try and hit everything we can. I mean, we've only had this since January 4th, and this is our 4th trip, so I think we're off to a good start.
Yep. Where our next stop is Paso Robles to the Zinfandel Wine Festival down there.
Yeah.
We've got some other friends that have RVs that are going to meet us there and have a big, nice weekend of wine tasting and outdoor fire pits and a lot of fun.
So there are a lot of people watching us because about half of our listeners are not RVers. There are people going, "What the hell is that?" Tell us what the experience and why the experience, if you can kind of elaborate on that a little bit, and what it means.
It's hard to sum it up, but if someone like yourself was asking me that, I would have to say that it's so quaint. It's so nice to just meet new people and to be outside and the camaraderie that you feel, and everyone's so helpful. It's almost its own little culture. People who are serious about camping and RVing really wind up getting along with each other. Very helpful. You meet great people. You have this wonderful experience that lasts a weekend, and you make friends for life after that. And we wind up camping with other people we never thought we'd camp with before. And it's just neat because it's a new experience. You pack up, you go back to your life, and you've had this little mini vacation, which makes the mundane Monday through Friday tolerable.
Would you concur?
Absolutely.
Same feeling and so on.
Absolutely. And I get to see all different makes and models of RVs and little things I like, and looking forward to the next one that we get. And, everybody just lets you into their
Bigger
home.
and bigger and bigger. Got to go back and make more
money,
money so
yes.
you can pay that $800
Payment a month.
tank fill up.
Right.
Forget about the payment. Just to put the gas in those big
Right.
Class A's and so on. So, but it is a feeling. I always think that if I had to sum it up, I would sum it up as a feeling of we're all in this together.
Yeah, it's a community for sure. And it's really something because, you're very, very close to your neighbor.
Right.
So you really have to just sort of set aside the Monday through Friday, which you feel the hustle and bustle in the city. And when you're out here, everyone's here for the same purpose. To get away from that, to relax, and to just breathe.
Right. So now you got to go back to work later today.
Yes.
And are you going back refreshed and better off?
Oh, absolutely.
Feel that you've
Oh.
gotten a break. Great. Well, it's a pleasure. We can't wait to see you back here at Pillar Point.
We can't wait
And
to
we'll,
come back.
we'll see you online at Pillar Point RV Park Live too.
All right.
Thanks much for talking to us.
You bet.